First, Kordell, if you would, just talk about that game Saturday, especially the second half, how the defense really came out and dominated.
You know, the first half we got out there, they came out with a lot of trick stuff, eye candy, and stuff that was getting us to bite down, and it was hitting us where they wanted to hit us at. But we came out in the second half, we settled down, and then we just played football. We just did our assignments, we played fast, we played physical, and we just got everything going. And once the momentum started, I knew what we was about to do.
Okay. Questions in the room?
Yeah, what do you take from the spring and facing Ward this time?
Well, in the spring we had a lot of new stuff going on that we wasn't really comfortable in our system and everything like that. So this time we have a whole off season with our defensive coordinator. We got a lot of mature players in the right positions, and we all know that we all confident in what we're doing. So I think we'll be a lot better this year.
Is there anything he does specifically that you're worried about or you got to watch for?
Not really. I mean, he does a lot of good things, but we do a lot of good things as well. So all we have to do is line up, play our assignments, and play our style of football, and I think we'll be okay.
With that, it's another familiar face y'all get to see this weekend in Trevor Beggie. Is there anybody on the team still kind of have that relationship with him, and what's that matchup kind of going to be like going against him?
We all have a relationship with Trevor. I mean, he was here since 16, I was here since 17. So, I mean, that's a good friend. No matter, everybody past changed, everybody past are different, you know. We're not going to stop talking to him because of that. He made a decision that's best for him, and that's what we want, was best for him. But, I mean, we're not shying away from this competition, though. We're going to go out there, put our cleats in the dirt and line up and treat him like an incarnate word player.
Now, with that in mind, do you guys have a little payback? You remember what happened last time at least?
Yeah, we remember. They went out there, we had 8 seconds left, they was already up, they scored again. I mean, we ain't forget it.
Coach talked a little bit about the rivalry between the two programs. And obviously it's not hard to get up for a game, but having that is what's the kind of mentality going into this?
You know, Cardinal Word was never really a rivalry, but whenever I was a freshman here, the opening kickoff, it was our homecoming game, it was the opening kickoff, and they ran it back. They ran it back on the opening kickoff touchdown. Then after that, they didn't score again until it was like 2 minutes left in the game, and that was the year that we broke the record. Well, we tied the record with the most interceptions in the game, and I think we had 4 pick sixes. Yeah, it was 4 pick sixes, and you know we came out and we dominated them. And then the year after that, we was on a high horse. We was, I think, 5-1, and they was like the first team that beat us, and that's whenever we started sliding down, and that was supposed to be our year. We won the conference championship. All we had to do was win one more game. So I still feel, because I never beat them yet ever since I came off a red shirt. So I feel like we got to win this game. We got to beat them.
Do you feel like they kind of used you as a measuring stick to their program, and now you have to match that? That you guys they were a rivalry to you before you were there?
I think so. I mean, but that's because we set the standard in the Southland Conference. You know, we've been doing great things here at McNeese for a long time.
Rick, got anything?
Yeah, I wanted to kind of follow up with what Frank was talking about in regards to staying focused, playing from the first whistle to the last whistle. Kordell, in regards to how do you? He talked about the players holding each other accountable. Can you maybe talk a little bit about that in regards to the halftime message at Southern and how you took that through the second half in regards to what y'all were able to do to shut down the Jags, and then continue that mindset of holding everybody accountable from whistle one to the end of the game as players as you move into Southland Conference play?
You know, we came out fired up for the LSU game. We played a good game as a defense, I feel. And then last week, it's like we went in there, I want to say we didn't really underestimate them, but I feel like we just didn't go in and play as hard as we really should and how we know how we can play. And, you know, it really wasn't a lot of everybody holding somebody else accountable. It was really everybody holding their own self accountable, and then we came together and we did what we had to do. And whenever you could hold yourself accountable and all 11 on the defense hold their own self accountable, I feel like that's a better feeling than you having to go get on somebody for not doing their job. Everybody getting on themselves for doing their own job. We came out in the second half. We did our job, played physical, played hard, made some plays, and got our offense back the ball.
Kordell, how do you feel about playing some teams?
Hold up, Rick. Hold up, Rick. We got one in the room real quick.
How do you feel about playing teams twice this year?
You know, I mean, I don't really like it, but I feel like it's a better victory, though, if you could go out there and beat a team twice. In the NFL, everybody do it. They play in their division twice. So I feel like we're starting early on this college level. Play somebody twice, beat them twice. I feel like it'll feel 2 times as better.
Okay, Rick, go ahead.
Can't believe I got bumped for a Ron Hayes question, but that's okay. Frank mentioned about Ward's ability to extend plays, but he likes to extend plays and use his arm, not so much his legs. How, in your mind, do you keep that in mind? Will that make it a bit more easier, if you will, when he starts moving around, knowing that he is more apt to throw the ball downfield than maybe use his legs to run?
Yeah, I feel like our 2 defensive ends we have, I feel like they're the best 2 in the conference. So I know they're going to keep him contained in the pocket. He ain't going to be able to just run around and look for deep throws all game like that because, you know, those guys, I trust Mason Kinsey and Isaiah Chambers to contain him. And we just got to do our own jobs and trust the players on the side of us to do their job. And I feel like if we all could trust each other to do our jobs and we all do our own jobs, the game will be simple and we'll be able to hold them to minimum yards and stuff like that.
A lot of guys said they were a little embarrassed about how easily they scored, especially early in that game. Are you guys really looking forward to playing him and getting back at him?
Yeah, we're gonna get back. We got to get our leg back. But now I was more. I didn't really. You know, the score says a lot every night. You know, it's the scoreboard that determines the win or the loss. But I didn't like how after the game they was like Hurricane UIW hits McNeese. I didn't like that. That's what hold my. That's what that got a sour taste in my mouth. That's what I feel like is motivating us.
That wasn't me.
No. All right, Kordell, appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. All right, Jacob. All right. Jacob, if it wasn't for Mason Kinsey's 100-yard return,